Hello, howdy, howdy, howdy. We are live, Ashante.
I didn't see nothing on my end saying that, but hi, there we go. It just came up. Hello, happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome to the Coily Crowns. I'm Ashante.
And I'm Lori, and welcome to our Queendom Live.
So we recap Married at First Sight, and this week we will be talking about episode 10. I stopped
Yes,
keeping count, honestly,
it's
but
episode
okay, episode
10.
10.
Yes.
Married at First Sight in Nashville. So, but before we get started, we want to remind you to subscribe to our page, hit that notification button, and join us live as we recap the episodes. We read your comments live here on the show, and so we look forward to hearing from you.
Yes.
So, with that, well, I'm gonna throw it to Laura. I'm gonna let her guide this one this week, y'all, because this week, yeah, it's a rough one for me. Yes, ma'am. You go ahead. Who we starting with?
Listen, we're going to start with Eris in bed because he caught COVID. That's where the episode
Oh,
started.
he got the vid. Yes.
He got COVID. He said, COVID got your boy. He was laid up in bed, and Jasmine was kind of trying to take care of him while, moving about her life, going to work,
Working,
and,
doing. Mm-hmm.
so he was basically talking about how she was as a wife, taking care of him, which he's just so gross. I don't like to hear Eris talk. I don't know why. He just comes off so disgusting to me. That's how I feel about Eris.
Yeah, I don't like the conversation either when he's judging her on how she takes care of him.
Right.
And even in that segment, he's like, yeah, she's trying to take care of your boy and all of that, and I'll give her a 7 out of 10.
What is this rating thing with him? I don't understand. They asked him to
Me
rate
either.
something one time, and now he's like, "Oh, this is what we're supposed to do on everything."
All the
Right?
time.
Like, what is
Then
this?
he's gonna add it up at the end and decide, oh, if it's greater
That's what it's
than,
going to
I don't
be.
know, 50 points, that means yes or less.
There's a rubric.
And
That's what it is. He got to fill in, and he's like, "Okay, yes, no. Oh, we didn't pass the rubric. Sorry. I don't understand."
yes. And
Ugh.
it's like that's the only thing he's really judging her on is how are you taking care of me? What are you doing?
Mhm.
How are you providing my needs? And not as a marriage and whole of both of them. What are they doing to support each other?
Right.
So I mean, for me, it's like I'm so tired of this guy. Like
He's so gross.
I just don't really see the good intentions of signing up for this show and
Why
really
is
trying
he
to find
here?
a partner through this process.
He
You
gives
it just sounds like
nothing.
you hit 39 and was like, oh, I guess I should be married by now. Like, I need somebody to take care of me. I need somebody to take care of me. Okay, let me go on the show, you know, and get
And find
somebody.
somebody. I guess that could be the motivation because I don't see nothing else redeeming about him. Like nothing. He doesn't talk about how he rates himself as a husband ever. And
No.
Jasmine's just trying to push through to figure out like how are we going to get past the attraction thing? Because there's nothing else. Like if you can't get past that, then you're not going to have a relationship, right? So
Right.
she's just trying to stick it out for that, and he is just sitting there just nitpicking on every single thing that she does, and
Everything.
you're not giving her anything to actually look forward to in this relationship. So I don't know how much more you have these high expectations and you're not giving anything. He's so annoying. So annoying.
Nope.
So
Nothing.
he says she makes him some vegetable soup. We see little montages of her still sitting next to him when COVID. I was like, girl, if he don't get in that room and you sprayed out
6 feet.
the place with lost Lysol and you go work with kids, you cannot afford to keep passing that thing on. Like, ew. But then again, we don't know when that video was. They chop and screw these episodes, so it could have been from another time and they needed something as a filler. But I don't remember nothing else from the whole COVID thing. Do you remember anything else?
Related to COVID? No, that was it.
So he goes to go give Duchess a bath. I guess in their building they have like this little dog wash area, and that was his thank you to her for taking care of him. First of all, you go take Duchess and give Duchess a bath. I don't need to be here. That's the thank you. That's taking the responsibility away from me for you to do it. And then she still said, I'm still gonna have to take this dog to the groomer.
Groomers. What? Wasting time. Wasting his whole
Wasted.
time. Shoot.
He could have done something for Jasmine to say thank you instead of this whole washing dog thing. And I understand his sentiment. Like, Duchess is really important to Jasmine. So I'm showing initiative by wanting to do something for the dog that's important to you. However, if she still was going to be like, I'm taking this dog to the groomers because this is not going to work, what are we doing? The dog
Wasting
was
everybody's time.
basically, the dog was just like, oh God, what's happening to me right here? And then she still had to be there. I was like, this is more work for me. This is not a thank you. Okay. Just stop it. So I don't remember nothing else
Right.
from them with that. Little
um.
doggy wash.
Oh, with that scene or with them all
Yeah, just
together?
that.
I feel like that.
No, but they just have one more scene, which is, oh my
Oh,
God.
that scene. Lord, again, why is this dude on here?
Okay, I have a theory about this, right? So they, I don't, did they get cards? Like, all most of the couples got cards to read off of.
That was I thought that was what was going to happen because like early on Dr. Pepper showed up and was saying how with couples that the intimacy doesn't seem to be growing, they
Right,
help them out, right? And give them
right.
these exercises. So I thought they were going to have the exercise, but then when they do that little never have I ever, I was like, I know the experts didn't give them this to do.
Oh,
This
no,
is
no,
him.
no. They did do the
Oh, what are you talking about?
cards. They did do, no, I was going to the never have I ever,
Oh,
but they actually did do the cards. That was a whole nother scene. There were so many scenes this episode, y'all.
oh, because
Apologies.
they were talking about the love part. Is that
Yes,
from the
I just
card?
remembered
Okay.
now. So they did have the little card questions about when have you fallen in love? Have you fallen in love before? How did it feel? How did you know? Blah blah blah.
Yeah. I remember now. Okay.
So he is so disrespectful to this girl. He go ask Jasmine, um, how many times you been in love? Like 5 times? And she was just like, no, why would you say 5 times? He was like, because you say you fall in love easy. So I don't know how many times you
That don't
fell in
mean it's with
love.
everybody. This is
She was like, no. I think she said 3 times.
3.
Three
He was like, I was
times.
close.
Yeah. He's
Off by
so
2. I
annoying.
was close enough.
Yeah. So then, she started talking to him and he was just like, yeah, I never. Oh, no. She was like, how many times you been in love? Oh, never mind. I forgot you never been.
So
She
now they're
started.
playing with each other.
She trying to give it right back. And so he was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I never been in love. And one time I came close, then she ended up ending it and stuff. But I'm like, Eris, because like if it was me, I'd be like, why did she end it? Because you over here brokenhearted about falling in love. How many years did it take? What did you do to the girl? What did she have to go through for her to end this?
To end it. Mm-hmm.
And all you can think of, oh, I was almost there. Did she know you were almost there? Were you cheating on her? Because apparently that's fun to do in relationships. Were you doing things to her that made her not want to fall in love with you? Has she been saying that she loved you that whole time and you just weren't ready? Like there's so many
A
things
lot
that
of
can go
questions.
into that. And all you can focus on is, oh, when I was ready, she said no. Okay.
So I'll never fall in love with anybody.
And that
That's
was
what
over a
that comes
decade
how it comes across.
ago. Like, sir, are you serious? So I pulled that from that conversation. That's all I remember about that because I was just like, he just
I think
seems
I feel like
so
that's the only
young.
question they had because that's
Yeah.
the only thing they dwelled on
Okay.
in that whole part of the conversation. Yeah.
A mess. He's a mess. Just a mess.
We've been saying it from the beginning. Mm-hmm.
He is so icky. And then we get to the
Which,
pièce de résistance. Okay. This
mm-hmm.
man, I don't know whose idea this was. Maybe it was Jasmine's idea to play Never Have I. It
It
was
was not
his.
Jasmine's idea. It was his. Of
Mm,
course. Why would she set herself up like that? Knowing, like, well, she still set herself up because she agreed to play with him, knowing what was going to happen. But that was his idea. I think that was
okay.
his idea.
Okay. So that was his idea. And I don't know if they cut this out too, because it seems like he asked all the questions. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and they were all gross. And those were probably like the most salacious. That's why they put it on TV. But I was just curious, like, what was she asking him? And maybe that's why he was also saying that she's boring because maybe the questions weren't like really out there.
Spicy enough.
Yeah, spicy enough. So I just remember he's like, "Oh, okay. Have you ever cheated in a relationship?" And she was just like, "Nope." And he
No.
was like, "Oh man, you ain't never cheated." You sound so bored.
Right? Like, is that a goal? Like, because you cheat, you think everybody cheats?
But
Sir,
I don't understand why you would think that that's boring because someone has never cheated in their past
cheated.
relationship. Like, how is it fun to
He
cheat? Like,
wants
I'm
drama.
confused. And I'm wondering if like the types of questions he was asking her was just to kind of push her over the top. I feel like he's messing with her now to really just be like, can you just say that you want a divorce by now? You see what you're getting. I don't like you like
I
that. We're
do.
not doing anything. Just say no.
I agree. I think he's fully playing with her now. He's just pushing buttons to see how far he can go and get her away. Probably still trying to see, oh, okay, does she have a little edge to her or what have you? But I think majority of it is
But
just
he
like,
knows that now. That
this
he
ain't gonna
found that
happen.
out
So
on the
now I'm just,
honeymoon when he was asking those questions and she was kind of more reserved and probably on
mhm.
camera too. So he already knows what he's dealing with, right? So why are you gonna go through this exercise where you know she has not been out there like that and then had the nerve to be like, man, you boring.
You
Then
knew this from day one. Yes.
Then to be sloppy on top of all of that, I think maybe this was her only question about having a threesome. And he was like, nah. And she was like, you never had a threesome? Really? You? And he was like, well, it was more like an orgy. I was like,
Nasty self. Mm.
this man was like, yeah, like when you have that. She was just like, I don't need all of that
The
extra
details.
information. That's
Mm-mm.
okay. Thank you. Thanks for playing. She was like, I'm gonna have to just keep on drinking. I'm not even like putting down no figures. I just need to keep
Just like, I'm
drinking.
not even playing this no more. I'm just drinking just to be drinking for my
Ugh.
sanity at this moment.
They
That's it.
set this girl up like big time. She needs a do-over because this is terrible. This is terrible.
Really
Ugh.
do. It really does. Or
Yes.
I'm sorry, Jasmine girl.
I'm so
Mm-mm-mm.
sorry. You are just the most normal person on this show. But yeah, I didn't have nothing else from them. Just a mess. And
That's
then
it.
she was on After Party too, but she was just saying that she wasn't shocked that he has had that much experience. He is older than her, but she was just shocked at how everything came out. She just wasn't ready to respond to some of these things. So that's
Right?
why she was just like, okay. Hmm. And then you're so sexual being and you don't want her. So she's just like, okay, what else can you do? at this point? Like, if you're in this relationship and someone's not attracted to you, what else can you do?
What? Take care of him.
Uh, that
That's all he wants.
no, Jasmine, get out of there. Run, girl.
That's all he wants. Take care of him.
No.
Maybe at his beck and call.
Ugh. Okay. Who else we got on the list?
Let's just go straight to Shaq and Kirsten.
They
Kirsten.
actually had some content this episode. It wasn't 5 minutes.
They did.
No, there was actually a couple scenes with them. Shaq and
Mm-hmm.
Kirsten. What was their first scene? Was it the
I think the first scene technically was her talking to her friend about him working late.
I guess, yes, we could talk about that foolishness.
Oh, I would say that's the first thing that comes to my mind. So, I mean, it's a quick summarization. She's on the phone with her friend, and she's basically saying how she needs that quality time to get to know him in order to decide, on decision day if she wants to stay or not. But he's been working late at the school with his mentees and doing some things, and so he was coming home, and so she's not getting that quality time. In my mind, I'm like, she probably at home watching TV, enjoying the time without him. I don't think she's really missing him like that.
So
I don't.
little hint to the after party where she was talking about basically how she has to appear to be a perfectionist, like perfection. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
it's on either her siblings or something. The way how she grew up, she was supposed to have this appearance, which goes back to that fake apartment. I feel like that's all fake. And her even being on the show and asking for, oh, I'm catered to my man, and I want to be like, everything, like make sure his dinner and this and that and that. I think all of that is a front, all of it. I think that's what she's thinks a wife is supposed to do. So that's why she
Supposed
says
to do.
the things that she says. And so when she's talking to her friend and she's like, yeah, I like him, he's handsome. I was like, why are you lying to your friends? Why are you doing this? What is this? Well, I'm confused. And the way how she was talking to the friend, it was like a different relationship. I didn't know where this came from. I was like, from last week to this week, you want to spend more time with him? You think he's handsome? I am confused. What is going on? This whole episode, I was just like, who is this lady?
Who is this? She
Who
seemed
is
like a
this
totally
lady?
different person, right?
What is this? What is going on here? I don't understand. So when she was talking to a friend, I was like, this how we gonna start the episode? Okay, let's see what's going on. So it looks like on even through this whole thing that maybe Shaq is starting to retreat. I think he's over the BS. That's my thought process, is that, hey, I've been trying to get closer to you. You pretending one way on camera, but behind closed doors, I
I've been different. Mm-hmm.
still not having those intimate moments. You're not telling me anything about you. So I got other stuff to do, actually. I don't need to be sitting up in here in this house with you. So peace. So I don't know if she's trying to draw him back in to just be like, oh, me, remember me? Remember how you was trying to, like, get at me, whatever? And I was like, no, I want you to come back and do that some more. And he's like, no, I have a real job. You asked for an educated man with a real career. I got that. So I'm not going to be sitting at home with you being ignored, basically.
Right. Like, I'm
Not
gonna
doing
go
it.
where I feel wanted. I'm gonna go
Right.
where I feel wanted and still be able to do my job, service these mentees, and do things that I love and feel appreciation. Right.
Right.
I'm not getting that at home. You barely
Exactly.
even act like you like me. Now, like you said,
That's
now you telling somebody you like me,
and you're
and
handsome?
like
Me?
what? And he totally looked checked out when they were in the bed talking,
Yes.
and she was, talking about how she needed that quality time and stuff. And he was like, Yeah, I don't really need. It don't have to be near each other. Something he
I
said along those
know.
lines. I
It
was
was
like,
like two different people this episode. I don't know what happened. And Janelle, yes, I believe that this is all an act on Kirsten's part. But I feel like Shaq is at the point where he don't care. He's just like, I don't know what this is. I guess, I'm here so I won't get fined, but you're not gonna force me to sit here and act like something is something that is not. Like, no.
right.
Mm-mm. No, no, no. So I'm just very confused of where the switch came from. Like maybe she just felt like she was losing him. I feel like she just feels like she has to do something,
So,
but I don't think it's real, and it seems
oh,
like it.
yes, I totally agree with everything you just said, which then kind of leadways into him bringing the mentees over, right? Because I guess I don't remember how that conversation started, why to have them over, but I'm assuming she was like, "Oh, I want to meet them,"
I
and
think so
so she
too.
can
Yep.
act like she's interested, right? And
Mm-hmm.
again, that trying to pull him back towards her, since she probably does feel that he's retreating. And so
Mm-hmm.
he brings over four of his mentees, and they're like just chatting and talking about how they thought he was corny at first, and but then they were like, he's actually cool. And he reveals this moment about he got this job opportunity and he did not tell her about it, and he turned it down, and he's like, it would have been a good job opportunity for him to advance, but it would have been out of state, and he had just got married. And so he was like, I didn't even need to talk to her about it, because I know, like, I just got married, I want to give this a real chance and everything, and so I just went ahead and turned it down. And she actually, if it was it not in that moment, but a little it was in a confessional probably, she was kind of like, I wish she would have told me, like, I want to be there to support him and go and all that stuff. You weren't going nowhere. You were not going nowhere. I mean, I feel like deep down she was probably like, oh, okay, he already like making decisions thinking of me, and like he turned down his job offer for me. And he probably did it early on thinking he had his chance. He probably regretting it now. Like, dang, why I turn his
So
job down?
so you think there was actually a job that he turned down?
I don't have no reason to believe he didn't.
I don't
Why,
believe
you
it.
heard something?
No, I don't
You
believe
don't
it.
believe it?
No.
Why?
First of all, this man waits until he's in front of four people that this girl just met to tell her that I turned down this job for you. Look at what I'm doing for this relationship, and you ain't doing squat. Okay. You told me, first of all, hey, I'm not moving. I'm staying around, blah, blah, blah. And then you going to turn down this figment job that was more, and you were excited about it, but you didn't say nothing. You just turned it down. I don't believe none of it. I don't believe none of it. Either that job is not real, and he just wanted to have a little power play over her because she getting on his nerves, or it was a job, but it wasn't a job that he wanted anyway. Because I don't
That I
see
do believe.
him turning down something for Kirsten, who's not giving you no play. Since the wedding day, you haven't gotten a kiss. Even though people have said that last week they said that they kissed, but it wasn't like a big kiss or something. Like at the housewarming party, they kind of alluded to kissing, but it can't be
Hmm.
that good because he's tuned out. He is halfway out the door right now.
Yeah. Now I don't have no reason not to believe he didn't have a job offer. I totally can see that he had put offers out there. I do believe that it probably was something that wasn't that great of an offer, and it was an easy choice to make
Yeah.
for
Don't
him.
make it sound like,
But
oh yeah, I turned on this job, never told you anything about it, turned it down, and now I'm gonna bring this up on TV in front of my
in
mentees.
front of all these people,
What? Mm-mm. I'd be like, don't do that in front of me. I'd be like, oh, why? Why you did that? What job was it? What's their name? Where were you going? Well, tell me more about it. We're not gonna scooch on past that. She didn't say nothing. She was
right?
just like, wow.
She didn't. She was just like real quiet and everything. So I do believe it was an offer. I do believe that it was an offer. I just don't think it was anything he really had to think about.
Absolutely
He
not.
probably, it was an easy, oh no, pass. But I agree with you and Janelle. Janelle says that he was looking for a reaction from her. And I
And
do
you know
think
what?
he
And you
was.
know what he didn't get? You know what he didn't get? Because she said on the after party, she never even brought it back up to him. Never. Like later on, hey, what was the job? Why did you turn it down? We should talk about stuff like that in the future. That's what you do when you have a long-term goal with somebody. Is that, hey, actually include me on
And
decisions
those
that you make because I'm
decisions,
here for you, you're here for me. She said she never brought that up. She's like, I just let it go. What?
because you don't care and you
You
don't plan on being around.
not care and you do not plan on being around. I concur all those statements, Shante, because I was just like, how do you let that go that this person turned down a job for you? Even if you don't question him, why wouldn't you just say, wow, that was really nice that you turned down the job for our relationship to prosper? You don't say that? Nothing? Just okay.
Nothing.
Interesting. I don't know.
Nothing.
So we kind of passed the what you call it, the plant shopping thing, which was just, oh
A
my
waste of
god,
time.
it was like watching paint dry. That was the most boring. Is he was just trying to get something out of her, and she was like, oh no, I don't like that. Oh no, that one's scary. Oh no, what is that? And I was just,
He was like, the plant is scary. It scares you. Like, damn. Oh my
he
gosh.
said it's
Girl.
scary. It's not even like it was like a something dark or something like crawly or so. It was a plant that was green that was
That
alive.
grows.
That grows.
Yes.
Scary. She was just like, oh, Shaq, I don't want to be here. I wish she would just say that. You know what? I really don't care about these plants, Shaq. I know this is something you really like. I just don't care about it.
Pick one and let's go. And you're gonna be taking care of it anyways.
Right.
Pick
Yep.
one
I
and
love
let's
that
go.
one. Yes, you like it. I love it. What
That's
is
all
all
that was.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I think that was all there. Oh no, we met. Oh, there's one more scene. Jesus.
No, it's one more thing. Cause
Okay, you go. You go
so
ahead. That one.
okay, so this last scene between the two of them,
Miss.
they were oh wait, I Lord y'all know, forgive me.
What happened?
Did they do like she tried to set up a date night or something for them, right? When
That
they started
yeah. So
having this
that was
conversation.
after she talked to her friend. Friend was like, "Well, you need to do something to pull more of his time." So that's when she set up the little spa day thing for him at the house.
Okay.
Yes. And she said, and I quote, now it's time to move things to the next level. And I was like, oh, because this was still early in the episode. So I was like, oh, okay. The next level meant put your feet in this water.
No, get undressed into this robe and
He was not
yes.
undressed. He had on
He
shorts. He
was
had on clothes, and then he had a
oh
robe
Lord.
on. That's not the next level. This is
I thought the
ridiculous.
robe and she had the little foot spa and yeah, and the little mask. And okay, so this is when that conversation happens and
Yes.
when she asked him to be vulnerable and share something that he hadn't told her. And
Right.
he comes and shares something very heartfelt.
Yes.
And then he's like, what about you? Oh my gosh, there's so much you don't know about me.
It was so
Okay,
ridiculous.
so tell me. Oh, I mean, oh, this girl could not come up with one
Nothing.
thing
She
to
could have made up
share.
a
She
story.
could have said, I don't like green peas. I don't know, something. She couldn't even come up with that to share
Nothing.
with this man.
Nothing.
You ask him to be so vulnerable and share something with you, and you can't do the same thing with him.
This girl had the nerve to call this man handsome when she was blindfolded. I think that was just her way to be like, you can't see my face that I'm lying. Okay. Then have the nerve to ask this man, open up, and then you thought he wasn't going to ask you to open up. Come prepared with a fake story. Give me
Something.
something. Just like that apartment, you thought so much to put that apartment together. Come with some fake stories to tell this man. Okay? If you don't want to tell the truth. Like, what are you doing? Nothing.
You knew right then and that was something they had talked about in a previous episode, right? I think with Pastor Cal when he came to visit about she's asking or he's always
Mm-hmm.
sharing, but she
Mm-hmm.
never shares right
Right.
back.
But she
So
said
okay,
then, it takes me a while to open up. I'll get there, blah, blah, blah. But you cannot keep asking him to do something that you are not doing
you're not
at
willing to do.
all. Why did we get on this foot spa? And where was the actual, like, did she massage his feet or nothing? Or did they just sit
No,
there in the water, just getting their
they sat
skin
there.
all pruny? Like, what is this? Where was the
Yeah,
spa? I was like, what is going on here? What's happening? It's nothing. She didn't even kiss him. Okay, I thought it was going to be a kiss coming. I was like, okay, this is getting a little steamy. No, it was just hot
you
water.
thought a kiss was
That was
coming.
it.
Just that
I
was the
was
steamy
so
part of
confused.
it.
That was it. I was like, girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere, sit down. Leave that man alone. He is over you. He is over it. Over it. So, and then he kind of alluded that her quality time is basically sitting at home and talking. And he was just like, I don't want to do that.
You did.
I don't want to do that. So I don't know if he's inviting her to some of the events that he has on, because I think previously in the matchmaking special, he said he wanted someone to be on his arm that would be
Right.
there, like
Mm-hmm.
as that power couple, whatever they like to say. But I'm wondering if he's like even inviting her, or she's saying yes or no. I don't know, because I don't know how he's out every night and you not nowhere near him at this stage of your marriage. Like, y'all should be hanging out together, not doing whatever she doing with these foot baths with no conversation. My lord.
I mean, I would say that she's probably not out with him because she's not attracted to him and she don't want to be seen with him out and about.
Then stop playing. Just say I want a divorce. Stop playing with this man. Please. It's
We already
ridiculous.
have one couple out. We already got one, and now you
Out
know
of
you can
here.
do it. Not
You
like
could
you
do
didn't
it.
already know. So go ahead. Just
just
say,
call
yeah,
this
this
quit.
ain't gonna
But
work.
like I said last time, she gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. Okay.
Back to that whole image thing. That's what you're supposed to
Yes.
do. I'm gonna
Yes.
sit beside him until the 8 weeks is over, and then I'm gonna bounce.
Literally just sit there with nothing. Janelle says she's an airhead. The engine is running, but no one is behind the wheel. Child. Child. I feel like she's just
That's
hiding
something.
who she really is. I don't know if she's an airhead. Maybe she is, maybe she's not. But we know nothing. Like, she's sharing zero, nothing about, and she comes off as fake. Whatever she does say, it seems very fake. Like she's just putting on. So
I'm like, of all people who Fallon or whatever her name is, Era's cousins calling fake. I know she don't
hello.
know Kirsten. That's the fake one. That's the one who
Yes.
got the
That
answers to
she
stuff.
is the pageant queen. She comes off
Mm-hmm.
more of a pageant queen than Jasmine. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I don't know why she came on the show either. That's another one. Why are you here? Confused. But yeah, I'm done with
Yeah,
them.
I think that was it with them too. Anything else? That's all I remember.
Mm-mm, nothing else. Nothing else there.
Nothing
Um,
important.
let's go to Nicole and Chris. This is my only hope. And Chris is trying to mess this thing. Both of them. Both of them trying to mess this thing up for some unknown reason. Let's talk about that. So
Okay.
I think the first scene that we had with them was them going to the get massages. They were doing a couples
Mm-hmm.
massage. And child, That looked like the most unromantic couples massage I've ever seen. It was just like
Really?
just
I'm like,
laying
y'all could have just
around,
been home and massaging each other. What is this?
all this talking. I'm just like, leave me alone. I'm trying
Even the
to
masseuse was in
relax.
the conversation. So how is marriage working for y'all?
I'll be like, shut
I'm
up.
worried about getting this knot.
Right.
Oh,
Who is
I'm
this?
keeping our
Who is it?
conversation.
It's too much. I was like, oh my God, all this dang talking. But anyways, I think Chris mentioned something about, physical touch, like being like key for him and number one, and they've had lots of physical touch and it's been great. And then Nicole was like, well, before I met you, I didn't really like physical touch, but now I love it. It's like my favorite thing ever because you love it, Nicole. I know you want
Mm-mm.
this husband. I know you're 100% and 10, actually 110% in, okay? But calm down. I don't think he's
Yeah,
going anywhere. Just enjoy the relationship. You don't have to do so much. It just seems like she's trying so hard as if he's like got one foot out the door. I don't think he does. Just chill out.
he doesn't.
Relax
He
a little
doesn't.
bit. She just working herself into a little tizzy, trying to prove something. I'm like, girl, relax. Calm down. So massages, just terrible. But at least they're going out. They're having a good time. They're loving each other. I,
Doing things to get to
they
know
are.
each other.
They are.
Yes.
They are. And I forgot the scene that they opened with. They were in the bed and then one of them dogs was barking and
Oh,
howling. I
howling.
was like, no, that dog will be
Out.
evicted out of here. And that
Out.
bed is so small. How do two dogs fit in there? No, get out.
They be finding ways.
Ugh,
When they,
get out.
mm-mm.
Sorry, I'm not that much of a dog person like that. Out. So yeah. Oh gosh, what else they did this episode? Is that when they went to
So we learned
the
about them going out. So they went to like this little restaurant thing, and oh, there's another part. So they went to like a bar, I guess, and they were
Mhm.
having drinks. Something she said was in her neighborhood. She
Yes.
always wanted to try, and
Yes.
so she did it with him. So they go on this conversation about the L word. This girl she's in love with this man already,
Say
and
it.
she's
Get it over with.
trying to hold it in because she doesn't want to be the first one to say it.
So
So
annoying.
she wants him to say it first. And so she's like, if you feel it, just say it. So she's hoping he's going to go ahead and say it. And she'd be like, oh, I love you too. And
Right.
that man said, I'm
Nope.
not, I think she wants me to say it first. Therefore, I'm not going to say it first. But also because I'm not there yet.
Right.
Like, we're
Relax,
still
girl.
getting to know each other and do things. So chill, chill.
Please, Nicole.
So you working something up that you don't need to. Like, y'all are really at a good pace and getting to
Right.
know each other, and with things going along for the 8 weeks, you're at a good pace. Just let it go. It'll come naturally. It will. But you working yourself up like that and trying to
And
get
for
him to say something
nothing.
that
And for nothing.
for
And
nothing.
they keep trying to run this Chris is a pushover thing. They've started this episode too. We saw the preview for the next episode is going to be talking about it. And he still is not showing me that he's a
That
pushover.
he's a
He done
pushover.
told this girl,
Right.
"No, I don't love you." Now what? Let's move on to the next topic. Not doing it. Yeah, I know you want me to say it. I'm not going to.
Right.
I'm not going to do it. And then he constantly lives in his past relationship because he was like, oh, yeah, last time I had a couples massage, it was toxic because I was with that ex person. I was just like, sir, let it go.
Leave in
Let
the
it go.
past.
It's over.
Focus on the present.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just, oh, yeah, the last time I said I love you, I really didn't mean it. So I don't want to do it this time. Sir, get over it. You have to let that go. I'm
Is
sorry.
it him? But is it him just bringing that up voluntarily, or is it the producers like, tell
Oh,
us? So when was your
asking.
last? Yeah, I
Um,
feel like they it's clickbait or whatever. It's bait to
Mm-hmm.
get him to say something so they can use it. I don't just I mean, I
That
would
he's just
like to
talking
believe
about
he
it.
wouldn't just, yeah, he wouldn't just bring it up like, oh yeah, on camera. Last time I did a couples massages with my ex, I don't know. I just don't see that. I feel like it's the producers behind the scene kind of asking for that. Again, it gives that narrative of him being a pushover and
Yeah.
staying, being
Yeah.
kind of stuck in that old relationship.
I hope
I could be
so.
wrong.
Because it's like, sir, if you don't get over this ex, like, come on now. You moved on now.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe. Maybe that's what it is. We'll go
Okay.
with that.
So
Mm-mm-mm.
moving on to another
Mm-mm-mm.
conversation that they had. This is where I think you're saying he was sabotaging
Absolutely.
their relationship, right?
Yes.
So he's trying to get ahead of something that may or may not broadcast in the future that she would
Mm-hmm.
see. A comment that he made saying, I guess during the pre-production and telling the experts what he would like, that he wanted a woman that was thicker. The word he used was thicker than what he previously dated. And so he tells Nicole this, and like, I don't want you to hear this and
Oh,
think
is
the
that
wrong
what it
things.
was? Is that what he said?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I heard. What part? Are we talking about the same thing?
Okay. I thought it was after the wedding. They asked him, like, did you get what you wanted? Like, after he first saw her. And she's like, oh, yeah, she's this, she's that, she's this. A little thicker than I would normally go for, but that's okay.
So I feel like both are true. So I
Oh,
and
okay.
when he said it, he said I told the producers I wanted someone thicker than I usually dated. And then they did show that clip of
Mm-hmm.
him saying that she is thicker. So both are true. I
Oh,
guess the
okay.
second one just kind of what'd you say?
No, I just said, okay. I missed that first
Oh,
one. Okay.
yeah. So, but I'm sure that clip is what he was more concerned of, right? That after the wedding, when they asked him, and he said she was thicker than what he
But why
was
would
used to
he say
dating.
that if that's what he asked for? I'm confused then even more. If he actually asked for someone thicker than what he's used to, why would that be a comment that he would say after the wedding and say, "Oh, but not in a bad way"? Like, why would you do that? I'm like, Chris, why? Why?
And the only thing I can think of
Why?
is that she was thicker than what he thought
Well,
he
you don't
wanted.
need to say
Like,
that. Why you need to say that? She's beautiful. That's what I think. She's great.
yeah.
I just that's so weird. That's
Again,
like
I can see
Nicole saying
producers prodding at that too.
that's like Nicole
But
saying,
no,
"Oh
tell us
man,
what you
he's
really think.
great. Oh man, he's great. I wish he had all 10 fingers." Like no one needs to say that.
Oh my God.
It's
Uh,
just weird. I don't know I don't know why. And then why did he have this conversation on camera? And then he prefaces this conversation by him cutting his hair and saying, "Oh, I want to look good for you." And she's like, "Yeah, I want to look good for you too. And we're eating healthy. We're trying whatever."
that was
That's where we
oh
start the conversation to tell her, "By the way, I basically called you fat, and I wasn't saying it in a bad way, but I just wanted to let you know before you saw it." What? What is going on? Oh my goodness. And
And
she's
so
the
would you
go ahead.
okay, so would you rather not for him if you were Nicole, him not to say anything to you and you just see that like
Not on
if they
camera.
were to
First of all,
not
we're in the show. We're 3 weeks in the show. Okay. I'm not telling you crap until it's about to come on TV. Okay. That means the season is wrapped. We both said yes on decision day. FYI, I may have said something before we really got into knowing each other that may air. I want you to know in our private quarters. Okay. Filming has wrapped. We're done. I'm not telling you that today. We just had a great date. We had couples massage. We had family over last
Things
week.
are just going well, right?
Why are we bringing this up now? I don't understand. What started, what, like, his mind was just like, I have to tell her. I have to tell her. And then you saw this big blow up of what happened with Gina and Clint and how she was mad.
Right.
I'm sure she told him how mad she was, not just the girls, because she just seems like she'll dwell on
Because
stuff.
she was taking it personally herself. Yeah.
So why? Why?
Would you now say that?
I
Yeah.
just don't know. I'm so confused, Chris. What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't understand. You're my only hope. Can you just calm it down? Reel it in, okay? Nicole, you reel it in with the love stuff. Focus on decision day. Get this yes in so we could just get past all this. Because I don't know what the heck that conversation was. I was looking at the TV like, what?
Yeah. I
Why?
didn't
Why
think
are
you
you?
needed to bring
Why?
that up at all either.
Ugh, terrible. So yeah, didn't like it. But they're still my hope. Still my good couple. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think that can be blown over. Yeah. So I think they'll be fine after
I do
this.
think she's very diplomatic when she gets things head on. She knows how to kind of like calmly have a reply. Where I don't know if everybody can do that. Like she was just like, okay, well, I can call myself thick. You can't. Okay. And it kind of feels bad. It kind of feels bad that my husband kind of feels this way. I feel like I have to hide my roles or whatever. Like she was just saying, like, trying to process what he said, but also give him a response so he understands that that was probably inappropriate to tell her that or think that or say that on camera. But
Right.
she can really spin stuff and talk it thoroughly out where I would have been like, Heifer, you just call me fat on camera?
That sounds just like you. Exactly what you would
Excuse
say.
me? Let me see them punch. Open, pull up your shirt. Have the nerve. Let me see that finger again. You got half a finger. You have the nerve to call me fat.
Oh man, don't break his finger.
That's all I got. So, okay, I'm sorry. Moving on.
Oh my gosh. I don't
Oh,
remember anything else with them.
I don't think they did anything
Honestly.
else. No, I don't think they did anything else.
Um,
Ah,
okay. Well then, now that we're down to 4 couples,
yes,
our last
hallelujah.
couple is Gina and Clint.
Ah, can I just say, can I
Go ahead.
just say, Clint
Mhm.
surprises me every week. I really thought I was going to hate Clint and Eris, and it's just Eris. What is happening? Why do I like Clint? I don't know.
I was like, you know what? Y'all starting this episode off like y'all really are trying to make this work, and
Oh no.
like,
No, no, no.
no,
No. You back on that
oh my
hope
god,
again with Gina and Clint?
no, I'm not gonna hope, but I'm like,
Um,
okay, Gina seems to be just a little bit more softer and opening up to me. Dang,
fake.
Lori, I mean,
Fake.
fake.
Fake. Fraud. What do they say? The young kids say cap. I call cap. No. Mm-mm. No.
Dang. I mean, I was like, okay, she seems like she's softening and trying to. Clint totally is, yes, like he's
He's
doing his best to kind
yeah.
of go through this, right?
Yes.
He's on the phone with his mom talking about, like, okay, when you were trying to get your business together, how was that? And okay, so I see I need to be a little more lenient, I guess, on her. She's trying to get the business started. Like, okay,
Yeah.
he's trying to get that understanding. He goes and visit her at work and try to build some rapport with her coworkers slash employees. Like he's putting in the effort. That's where I would say, like to me, he's really putting in the effort. Gina is going along with the ride. Maybe
Oh,
that's a better way of
yes.
describing it.
Yes.
But
Hmm.
she did still seem softer to me of like, okay,
Yeah, because
I'm
that
trying to
was her
get to know him.
decision. No, 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 no. No, no, no. She doesn't care about anything he has to say. She decided when she moved in, okay, I got to go along for the ride, okay? Because I have other things that I want to get accomplished through this show, okay? She wanted them to film in her salon and have a little spot
Of course.
on her
Free
salon.
marketing.
She wasn't going to get that if she did
If
not
she offered it, so.
continue to go on this ride. And she decided, I could do this. I could suck this up for a couple weeks. I'm gonna have my own room. I'm not kissing this man. She said on After Party, they have not kissed since the honeymoon.
The
She has
honeymoon. Mm-hmm.
no interest in this man. Zero. Not even to hold his hand. All of that is forced. Oh, the paper says hold your hand. I will hold your hand. Oh, do you like waffles or biscuits? Yeah, 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 yeah. Shut up, girl. You know you do not like this man. He knows that you don't like her.
I,
We all know. No. Mm-mm.
I don't know. Maybe there is a little hope there that I don't know. Like if she goes through the process, that maybe something will click, and then she'll be like, "Oh,
The
well,
clicking
maybe
of
I
the
need
door
to really
lock.
give it
No, no, it's just gonna be a
this." The
no.
clicking of the door lock as she exits and
Yes,
says, "I'm
that's
done."
it. No.
Uh, okay. Well, I mean,
This whole episode was just her being like, all right, I'll do what y'all tell me to do. He know he ain't get no nookie, no kissing, no nothing.
like I know she ain't
Zero.
giving nothing up.
Nothing. Like Clint surprises me. I'm shocked all the time. So let's talk about these scenes. Which one you want to talk about first? This whole love conversation with him
Mm.
getting somebody pregnant.
Oh, that was through the cards. Yeah. So that's one of the couples they got cards to do a little exercise to get to know each
Yes.
other. And he shares some intimate information about Etsy that got pregnant, unfortunately, lost the baby, but he had a very physical reaction to it because he was actually, I guess you could say, was wanted the baby, like was like happy and everything. And so once that happened, unfortunately, it had this visual reaction, physical reaction, and it was like, oh, Clint, that made me a little softer on him as well.
It didn't do nothing for Gina. She was just like, that's so sad. It's so sad.
She sure didn't come, almost like Kristen. She ain't come revealing anything. She was very
Nothing.
surfacey, right? She was talking
She at
about
least
this
came
like
prepared. She came prepared with something. She
she
listen.
did.
She got her
She
stuff
ain't got me
together.
on the. She did. You're 100% on that one. She at least know. Okay, I'm gonna have an answer for this. Yeah, we moved around a lot and life was a little tough. That's it. That's all you
You
get.
can't
But it's
details.
something.
You can't even recall that. Like, oh yeah, you said you moved around a lot. That was hard for you. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
that was
all I'm
it.
gonna go. That's all you getting from me.
That's as
He
deep as
went
I
deep.
go. Yes,
He
not going
he went
anywhere.
deep. But she was like, nope, that's all you getting. But like I
I'm a
said, at least she
puddle.
had something. Kirsten had nothing to offer.
Nothing. She was like, "Dang, you gonna ask me a question? Why?"
Why would you ask that? I'm the one answering these questions.
Right. Oh my god, yeah. So that conversation was just like whatever. Then he does go to the salon because this was promo day for I'm about to call her Kirsten, for Gina.
Yeah.
And I was looking for the rest of the salon. Where was it? Was that the whole salon? Or they just didn't take us to no, really.
So I thought it was a whole salon, and I thought she was getting a new salon built.
I think she's
I
building
remember
one. So this must be her
building
current
one.
one,
Okay,
right?
okay. So yeah, so it's in one of those
Like shopping plaza.
yeah, where you have like your little booths like thing. Yeah, that was it. I like all these people well,
I
not all
was
these
like,
people. I
are
think
we
it's
not seeing the
what,
whole salon?
3 of them?
I'm
I
so
think that was
confused.
it.
But I thought she said she had like 8 stylists. Like when she was going on the honeymoon, like she had all these stylists that she had to do payroll and check in
They
on.
probably got to rotate out in that space.
Okay, sorry.
I don't think it's bigger
Because
than
I was
that.
looking for the rest of the salon. So he comes in there. He was like, "Oh, is this a bidet?" Ha 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 ha. Ha. I was like, "Clint, don't go back. We going forward, Clint. You're getting my good graces. Don't do that." Um, so then her coworker or her team member, whatever, had the nerve to basically say this man looked dirty. She
Oh
was like,
yeah. She's like, oh yeah, I thought you could be messy. He's like, why? Why would you think that?
I was like, this girl gonna call this man
You don't
dirty.
know him. Yes.
Just
Why would
met
you
this
think that?
man. And I was looking at why do I want to keep calling her Kirsten? I was looking at
Christian
Gina.
2.0.
I was looking at Gina and I was like, did Gina call this man dirty or messy behind his back? But she was like, no, he's not. Mm-mm. So I was just like, where this girl come from? Talk about, oh, you look messy. How was that an intro? Like when you first meet somebody, do you just randomly say, oh, I would think you're messy? That
I don't know. I I would have thought Gina said something too, like at a
right.
point that she was maybe upset or whatever, and called him that, and then here's this friend. But that was very odd. Your first time meeting this man and saying that. I'm
That's
like,
the
where do
first
you
thing
get
that
that
you
from?
say. She's like, oh, because jokesters are pretty messy. I don't get the
Oh,
correlation. I'm confused. I don't
are
know what
they?
you're talking about right now. So I
Yeah.
was just like, what is going on here? But I don't remember nothing else other than me looking for the rest of the salon. But I guess that's why she needs more space to open
Yes.
up.
The only other thing with those two is they went sailing. She went out on the boat with him,
Mhm.
and they had some alone time together. She seemed to enjoy it. Definitely not to the point that that's where she wants to like live and sail around the world. Like, yeah, we can go out on this lake and come right back in. Yeah, we can do that. But that was it. Wasn't really much dialogue on that. We
No, it
call it
was
the boat.
mostly him talking about his life growing up on the boat and his
His
family, and he had like
family.
pictures and stuff. And he was like really into showing her like his lifestyle, and she was there. Um, and then they went back, and then they went to they went to the rodeo. And I thought this was going to be a group outing. I thought I was going to see other people here,
I
and it
thought
was
so
just
too from the
them.
previews last week. Yeah.
I was like, why is it just them? I guess that was supposed to be their date night, but it looked like so sad. It looked like somebody that like they just met yesterday, or I don't know what it just looked so awkward. They didn't even like really hug or kiss
That
at the end of the night. They were just like, yeah, we should do this again. Gina, you
like they're
know.
about to go separate ways and not about to go right back to the same apartment. Yeah, that's exactly how it
They
came
did
across.
a mess. I was just like, no. No, no, no. Why? We didn't need this scene at all. I don't know if that was like a commercial for the rodeo or something, because it was just dry. It was dry. Mm-mm. The
Yeah.
saltine
See,
crackers
those
dry.
scenes I don't hardly even remember. Like I totally forgot
Nothing
about the whole rodeo until
happened.
you brought it up.
They got all dressed up, and I was like, oh, they're gonna be like even a double date with another couple or something. I think would have been more interesting.
Something.
It was just like Clint saying, "Oh, I can go out there. Give me 3 seconds or give me 10 seconds." She's like, "No, you can't go out there," with her big lip. You can't go out there and be with.
Mess.
That's all I look. No, Clint, you can't go out there like that. You gonna fall, Clint. And he was like, "I could do it." I was just like, "Oh my god, this is the end of the episode. Gotta go."
Oh my
Terrible.
gosh.
I got nothing else other than, can we talk about this preview? I don't know what's going on with Lifetime. I actually watched commercials this time, and they had a preview of, I think it was after the altar. I guess the after the not after the altar. Lord, I'm on Love Is Blind. What do you call that? When they after the
The
reunion.
reunion?
Yeah, but when they come back after the reunion and they meet up again. I don't remember what they call that. But it's like they call it after the
I
altar?
mean, after Decision Day?
After the no, yes. After the reunion, after when they catch back up with them, like later on.
Yeah. They do.
What do they call that?
Yeah. The
After,
reunion.
no,
Oh,
not the
wait.
reunion.
What are you talking about?
Not when they get interviewed, but like when they go, when they see if they're still
Where are they
married.
now?
Where are they now? That is what
How
it's
many
called.
times have they really done that, though? I feel like they've
The
only done that
last,
recently.
yeah, it's recent, but it's the last like 3 or 4 seasons they've been doing that.
Has it been that many? I haven't watched it. Ooh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. So they have that. They're already previewing of things happening where Clint is saying that he slid in Gina's, or wait, Jesus Christ. Mac is saying that he slid in Gina's DMs. Because remember how he was saying that she was.
Mac?
Mac is saying
Gina?
he slid in Gina. Remember he was talking about how, like,
I do. How she
okay,
was
because
just such a great girl and all that. I remember.
and then that has me thinking maybe that's where the kiss, the Clinton and Dominique
Dominique.
kiss happens, like way after, like they've, full circle kind of thing. Because
So
then,
they're previewing all of this already?
yes,
Because I thought for
yes,
oh.
because Mac is talking to some girl and she's like, "Oh, how do you feel about calling her your ex-wife?" And he's like, "It feels great." And I was like, "Why are they previewing this now?" It's so ratchet. Lifetime. What are you guys doing? It was
Dang.
crazy. Yeah, so not next week's episode. They are already promoting the rest of this season. Like,
Dang.
yes, it's a mess. So you gotta watch that. I'll see if I can find the clip and send it to you. But I was just like,
Okay. Yeah,
what
do
did he say? And who? And where? I mean, you can only chop and
that.
screw that too much. Like, you can't do more than that chopped and screwed. It was a full sentence. So I'm gonna send it to you. See your thoughts. Then we can talk about it next time. But that's
Okay,
all I got.
yes, do that. Okay. Well, guys, that's it for this week's episode of Coily Crowns. Recapping Married at First Sight.
Yes.
A note for next week: we are not going to be live next Sunday. We're still working out the schedule, but we probably will watch the episode on time and then recap it live earlier in the week or later in the week after
Yes.
the airing. So we're going to talk about our schedules, see where that is. So that's another reason to hit the notification button so that you'll get
Yes.
that notification of when we will go live recapping this this next episode. But normally we are here on Sundays at 4:30, so catch us then. Before we leave, we like to remind all our viewers to do what?
Protect your throne. Bye.
All right, we'll see you later in the week.